Welcome to Faststang 444. I really need your help. I'm trying to grow my channel, so please subscribe and help me get to 1,000 subscribers. This was a rainy day where I was able to play the Eliminator, get in some hours actually of playing. This will be the first game I'll show you. I'll just show you some of the highlights. You can see I just challenged this Mercedes AMG GT, which has near level 10 speeds, and I knew to get out of the racetrack and over towards the finish, and I think they wound up in the racetrack and then had to exit it and wind up trying to make up quite a bit of ground. They have the speed to possibly come close to catching me if they take a perfect route, but they wind up going off-road. They don't get on the pavement, and I'm not sure if they ran into the lava or not there, but they wind up quitting, which I might have done the same out of anger. They didn't rage quit at the beginning, so I'll take this Mercedes AMG GT from them as opposed to leveling up. I will always do that. It's just a matter of I beat them, so I'm taking it. Here's another head-to-head. I'll just show you the finish here. It offers me the Camaro, and I know that the AMG GT has a higher top speed, so I decline it and will use the AMG GT in the final showdown. Right here is the point I like to lead from.
Head-to-head's complete. Get ready for the final showdown!
You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 19. The range of time to leave is 17 to 20 seconds. That is going the direction of the yellow arrow. The green arrow is for influencing the finish. I will leave it 20 seconds because of the antics that are around me. I may be a little late, but I think this should work fine. I'm laughing because of their antics. I thought it might be early, so I wasn't accelerating through here. I exit at 2 seconds, which is fine. I am the only one that is going this direction that timed their exit. Finish straight ahead, so I will go through the stadium, and I prefer to go from left to right as I exit, avoiding those buildings. You can go straight and split them, but if you don't get between them perfectly, you will come to an abrupt stop. So get through a few trees here, just gradually angle over to the left. I'm trying to get through this intersection. There are obstructions on either side of it. I just narrowly missed them because I wasn't on that road. Now it appears as though the finish is northeast of the Eagle's Head. I'm in the Dog's Head. You can see that road configuration there. Here is the Eagle's Head. I will go through, I guess, around where the eyes, the top of the beak would be. And, oh, I caught that building. Although I caught that building, it should not be a problem. I have a very commanding lead here, and will get the win in. This wound up being the first win on this day.
Winner! Welcome to the Illuminati!
This wound up being the very next game, and I will jump into this game where I am chasing this vehicle. I will engage in a head-to-head with them, and they wind up slowing down, letting me catch them. They're in a Mercedes AMG GT. Here we go again. Can I take another AMG GT? A much faster vehicle. They are going through the stadium. Looking for a gap over here in the trees. Away from those buildings. Here we go. Come on, let's get through these trees without hitting them. Look at how far off to the right there they are back behind me. Alright, here's this road. There are some trees on the left. I know to stay on this road through here. Angle over to this finish. There are obstructions around that intersection. Avoid that. Right, the finish is right here. Get between these trees. All right, I took another AMG T. So I wound up obviously taking the AMG GT. It's pretty much a level 10 top speed vehicle. And I will jump ahead. I engaged in another head-to-head with a lower level vehicle. Wound up in the very fast Nissan GT-R. It offers me the level 9 Jeep Trackhawk. I will decline that and stay in the Nissan GT-R. And jump ahead once again. I'm trying to get in a late head-to-head. Here's this Lamborghini Centenario. I knew the finish was going to go over towards the church ruins in the lava field where that previous head-to-head finished. See the church ruins there. And this is great. I do wind up taking the Lamborghini Centenario. The good thing is I wound up taking the Lamborghini Centenario. The bad thing is I am out of position for the final showdown. So now I have to scramble and head back over towards the highway and try and get on the highway, or at least close to the highway, over where I will exit this arena going east. And this is Arena 12. I will leave now. Even though I exit at 0 seconds, that's actually not too bad considering I was scrambling to my exit and the finish point appears north. So the other drivers collectively influenced the finish north. And it appears as though it may be around where the Hot Wheels icon and free roam is. That's my initial thoughts. So I am in 6th position of 6 drivers. So here's the thumbs up fist. Road configuration on the right there. I knew to go close to the thumb. That short dirt road. This is a clear path through here. Get through a few trees. 5th position. And this is the point I realize they are all taking a terrible route. They are going on the side of the mountain. That is a fatal error on every one of their parts. And I will gain the lead here very shortly. I know I am. There is only one driver that has a shot at possibly competing for this win that is close to the road, but they look like they may have got hung up in the trees there. I'm in 1st position over to this finish. I have it. This will be back-to-back wins, and second win on this day.
Welcome to the shadowy ranks of the Illuminati.
I will jump into this game. As you can see, it's early in the game, and I find this level 7 Jeep Trailcat. I went on to engage in 4 head-to-heads. Now I am jumping ahead where I am getting in position for the final showdown right here. This is a 2-driver final showdown.
Head-to-heads complete. Get ready for the final showdown.
See on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 2. The range of time to leave is 19 to 22 seconds. I will leave at 21 seconds. The other driver seemed to be waiting for me to leave and is following my lead. Lead and exit at 2 seconds, which I call a successful exit time. 1.5 seconds remaining on the timeout bar. The finish point appears, and I open up the map just for a second. I will pause it and scroll up a little. I can see it is north of Guanajuato, so I will continue on this line, angle over just very slightly to the left. There's a road that goes through Guanajuato, south to north. That is the road that is ahead. I will follow that. The Hoonigan RS200 is making a fatal error of going straight line and will run into a wall that is on the perimeter of the city. So I just need to keep a clean run through here and I will have a very easy win. It wants me to make a right turn there. I know to follow this road and exit the city ahead. And then angle over up this hill over towards the Castle House. The finish point is right near, I call it the Castle House. It's a house that you can set as a player's house there on the right for the win. And that will be the 3rd win on this day.
Welcome to the secret society of the Illuminati. Oh, shh.
I will jump into this game. As you can see, I took a risk. I was outside of the arena trying to find a higher level drop. I found this Audi RS6. I'm not so sure it is going to be worth it though. Look at the arena damage I have, and as I am nearing, my controller disconnected. So fortunately, it wound up coasting into the next arena, and when I got the controller reconnected, I have 3 seconds of arena damage. I'll slow this down. As you can see, this is a Chola. I was trying to engage in a head-to-head with them before they got the Chola. I knew I wouldn't be able to get it. They wound up chasing me, and I wound up finding this Audi RS7, which is a much faster level 6. I led them into the trees, circled back around on them, and got into a head-to-head with them. Off we go. I did run into a barn. It's actually a barn find in free roam. And because I did lead them into the trees, they were kind of left back there. So I will jump ahead where I am crossing the finish line. And This day has been so far filled with the Mercedes AMG GT. So after I leveled up into the Mercedes AMG GT, I engaged in a head-to-head and win this head-to-head, but it offers me the MG Metro, and it's getting later in the game. So I declined the MG Metro just in case I don't wind up getting into another head-to-head. I don't want to be stuck in that. And watch what transpires here. That driver just won a head-to-head. They get into a level 10 Hoonigan RS200. And I will jump ahead here. Watch this. Look at the mini-map. They engaged in a late head-to-head that finishes right near the arena wall, and they go outside of the arena after they win and are eliminated. So my strategy of just being patient in the game, just make the final showdown, is paying off here. Here I am in a 2-driver final showdown. You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 11. The range of time to leave is 12 to 14 seconds. I have 3 seconds of damage on my timeout bar, so I cannot leave early. I will be certain of it and leave it 11 seconds. I want to be late on my exit. It gets to final race starts at 0 seconds before I get to the arena wall. Perfect exit with the damage I had, and the finish appears to be possibly towards Uxmal. I open up the map, accidentally start scrolling north, and then I scroll south and I see it is near Uxmal. It is not the you only live once jump off of the suspension bridge. So I've seen this finish point before. I know to cross the bridge here. I've used the side of this hill in between the trees to bank a right turn. Now the next point I am directing towards is left of the hacienda. It's a white building. You can see it there, so I will go left of that. The tunnel road entrance is over there on the left that I will not go down. Let's just get through the trees here. Let's slow down enough to where I don't run into too many of those. A very commanding lead. I actually was surprised the other driver didn't quit, that they were so far out of it, out of anger, but I commend them for not doing that, seeing this race through. So let's get over to this finish here. There it is here. Yes! All right. 4th win on this day. Yes, let's keep it going.
Congratulations! You are the Eliminator!
I will jump into this game. This is the second to last arena. I just won this head-to-head, and I eliminated a level 6 aerial nomad. And I used the map trick because I thought there was a vehicle behind me that was going to try and come over and snipe me that was in a high level vehicle. But they wound up just staying at that intersection, I believe, and I will come over here and just park on this dirt road and wait until the arena is shrinking, and then pull forward and get in position for the final showdown. Had they not been possibly trying to snipe me, I still would have declined the aerial nomad and used the Audi RS6 in the final showdown because it has a higher top speed and is a very capable vehicle, although a level 2. It is more of a level, I would say, 5-6 speed vehicle. Alright, time to get in position for the final showdown.
Head-to-head's complete. Get ready for the final showdown!
You can see where I'm located on the map. I actually like to leave a little farther forward. This is Arena 8. The range of time to leave is 21 to 24 seconds. I will be at that point that I like to leave from at 24 seconds, so I will leave at 24 seconds, although I should have left a few seconds earlier at 26 seconds. Follow this road, and where it angles to the right, I will angle slightly to the left here, and I always will exit at this point for Arena 8. I exit 2 seconds late at 1 second, no surprise there. And when the finish point appears, it appears to be over roughly the area of the stadium is my initial thoughts. I'll open up the map as I get a little closer. I won't go over on the road that goes through the cloverleaf along Horizon Street scene. I will angle over to this finish point here, take a direct route, and I open up the map. I can see it is on a switchback that is just east of the Bat's Head. It's not in the city, so there's no need to go into the city. Recognize this area. This road configuration is shaped like a bird. Around the beak, I know there are some obstructions, so by going through the middle of the head, it's a clear path. Now, avoid the trees on the left. Just take a direct route over to this finish. There may be a few small buildings or trees on this route. Alright, there they are on the left. And as I near this finish, I can see I need to go through some of these buildings that are just before this finish here. Here they are here. I'll get over to this finish just in time. And this is a Funko and a Lamborghini Centenario that come flying in late here. Another win. Just get into the final showdown and have a chance. The 5th win on this day. Yeah, let's keep it going.
Horizon, please congratulate the Eliminator!
I'll jump into this game. This was kind of fairly early on in the game, and look what I found. A Mercedes AMG GT day it is. And I will jump ahead. I engaged in 2 more head-to-heads, wound up in the Hoonigan Group A, which is an off-road beast. This is pretty much a level 10 vehicle. And here is this Ferrari that wants to tangle, so tangle we will. Off we go, and to my surprise, I run right into this greenhouse. They catch up, and this winds up being a little bit closer than I would have liked against the Ferrari, and I have to hand it to them. They put in a good race here and gave themselves a shot, but fortunately I didn't hit anything else after the greenhouse. And we'll get in this win just north of the highway. Almost rolled over, but I kept it on 2 wheels and got back on 4. And I wind up getting into the Brocky, and I will remain in this Brocky, content to use this in the final showdown. If I engage in another head-to-head, it will offer me the Lamborghini Centenario, and the Brocky has the second to highest top speed, just behind the AMG 1. And I was hanging out over here, just as I said, content to use this in the final showdown, and here came this level 8 RJ Anderson Pro 2 truck that also wanted to tangle, so tangle again. Or is it Tango? Anyway, we engaged in a head-to-head. I won, and I will decline the Lamborghini Centenario. As I said, I'm content to use this Brockie in the final showdown. So I again will jump ahead where I am getting in position for the final showdown. Just on the other side of this bridge. Right here is the point I like to leave from, facing west.
Head-to-head's complete. Get ready for the final showdown!
I prefer to be just east of the bridge so someone doesn't come along and try and ram me off the bridge. This is Arena 3. The range of time to leave is 22 to 26 seconds. I will leave it 23 seconds, and if I find I am a second early as I near my exit, I will adjust my speed accordingly. There are two other level 10s in this game, an RS200 and a Funko, that do not appear to be trying to time their exit. Thought I might be a little early, adjusted my speed as I mentioned. I exit with speed at 2 seconds, which I consider a perfect exit. My initial thought on where this finish is, it may be in or very close to the lava field. I will open up the map in the straightaway ahead so I don't run into the guardrails or go off-road. And the finish is in the lava field near the church ruins. Made a split-second decision to take this off-ramp and go through a gap in the trees that is ahead. I haven't gone this route in quite some time. I actually make an error here. I should get on the road here and take that over to the finish. Instead, I am going through these trees and I wind up hitting a tree just before the finish here. But I have a large enough lead where it will not change the outcome, fortunately. Sixth win on this day, yes.
Winner! Welcome to the Illuminati!
I'll jump into this game. I am in this level 3 Audi Sport Quattro. I challenge this level 6 Porsche 959, a much faster off-road vehicle. We'll speed this middle part of this race up. The lava field is ahead, and I know to kind of veer over to the left here and watch the mini-map over on the right here. They run right into some lava. Wound up being a great win, taking the level 6 Porsche 959 Rally Raid. And I continued on this line. The peninsula on the reservoir is ahead, and I turned around. This level 8 MG Metro followed me, so off we go. I have a little bit of momentum, but the MG Metro accelerates quickly up to top speed, so I have my hands full in this race. The MG Metro is actually very good at short races. You can see them taking the lead there. So I really need a perfectly clean run through here. And the finish is on the north end of the lava field. So the road configuration here is shaped like a bird. I know to go through the neck that this is a clear path here. This line, I know I have to go through some more lava here. I have first place, barely. And I will get this win in. And they are hot on my tail though. Watch how close this winds up being. And I definitely will take the level 8 MG Metro, because in this area, as I said, it's very good at short head-to-heads. It gets up to speed quickly, and I will jump ahead. I wound up in a level 9 Fiesta after another head-to-head with a lower level car, and look at this, here's a level 9. I think that car off on the right is trying to be a car drop sniper, so I am not going to take it. I turn around, here comes this level 7 Jeep Trailcat that tries. Actually, they successfully rammed me. It's the Ram Challenge. Try and stop your momentum and challenge you at the same time. I knew to get west of that intersection and be clear of all the obstructions, go around this grove of trees, and then over to the finish here. And I will get into a level 10 Brocky. What is offered, so I definitely will take that. And I wound up just staying on the perimeter, and if someone would have come towards me, I would have engaged in a head-to-head, but no one did that, so I will also jump ahead once again, where I am getting in position for the final showdown just beyond this bend in the road, directed south towards the intersection. Right here is the point I like to lead from.
Head-to-head's complete. Get ready for the final showdown.
You can see on the map this point that I like to lead from. This is Arena 11. The range of time to leave is 12 to 14 seconds. I will leave it 12 seconds because the Brocky has a very quick acceleration rate. Exit with speed at 2 seconds, which I consider a successful exit. Timeout bar 1.5 seconds remaining. The finish appears. Initially, it looks like this may be the YOLO jump off of the suspension bridge. I will know when I open up the map on the bridge in this straightaway ahead. I like opening the map in a straightaway so I don't go off-road and crash. And this is the you only live once jump off of the suspension bridge. So I'll go between the trees, use the side of that hill to bank my right turn. The next point I am looking for is the white building, the Hacienda. I want to be on the left side of that and slow down for this turn. It is a sharp left turn into the tunnel. I will get into the far left and angle to the right just before the support and try and get down below close to the road. And this is a first for me. I wind up landing backwards, but that's actually not a problem. I need to just get on the road and get over to the finish here. This will be a very easy win. Through some trees. That's one of my favorite jumps in the game off of that bridge. Yes! I'm racking them up here. Look at that. 7th win on this day. Yeah, let's keep it going.
Welcome to the shadowy ranks of the Illuminati.
Show you a few highlights in this final game. This is a Audi 7 that was just parked there, so I went by them with momentum. And the finish is just northeast of Horizon Street Scene, so I will go through the middle of the Cloverleaf, and when I do, there's a Lamborghini Murcielago trying to snipe people. Just parked there, and right when I get beyond here, look at that. 2 level 10s, a level 10 Lamborghini Centenario and Mercedes AMG 1 back to back there. With 12 drivers left, shortly there will be 11 drivers left. I considered actually taking the Audi RS7 because it is faster than the level 7 Jeep Trailcat. But my plan is to continue leveling up, and I will jump ahead where I engaged in a head-to-head with a level 6 Porsche 959, and the finish is just back over where I just completed the previous head-to-head, and there are 2 level 10s snooping around here. There's a Funko that is trying to snipe people completing head-to-heads, so I definitely will turn away from them. Take the level 8 Nissan GTR, and right when I turn, here is a level 10 Brockie. So I engage in a head-to-head with them. I have momentum, so if I have a clean run through here, I should be able to beat them. They stay on the road and go around Horizon Street Scene. I am going to go more of a direct line. Avoid this pond. There's another pond. Unfortunately, I hit that hill on the edge of the pond and miss the finish and have to scramble over to the finish, but I will get the win in and take the Brockie. That was perfect timing because head-to-heads are just now going to be canceled, and I am scrambling to get in position to a point that I want to leave from for the final showdown. So I will just go beyond the Cloverleaf and turn around. The final showdown in 16 seconds. This is Arena 1. I will leave now. The Maserati takes a very wise move, bumping me into the rail. I exit late, but I do have the lead and have a fair amount of speed. And the finish appears to be very close to the highway. I don't know, as I get a little closer. Is it on the highway or do I need to go off-road here? Open up the map in this straightaway so I don't crash, and I can see the finish is in Mule Lake Hills on the dirt road between the hills. Let's see if I can jump to the finish here. Have a dramatic finish. Alright, here we go. Oh, I went way over the finish, but I have enough time to get back over to this. we wound up with my 8th win on this day. I actually did have 2 more, and I will put a link to the video that has wins 9 and 10. That will be on the top right. And my personal record actually is 13 wins in a day.
Welcome to the secret society of the Illuminati! Oh, shh.